Hello, Jeffrey here. I just wanted to, just say apologize for a part of this video being upside down. Every so often I forget to look at the camera before I start the video and it's upside down. I don't know if it can be turned around, but I don't know how to do it. Because this part of this video is kind of going for the man at TF Logging. I guess I don't even know his name. I always watch all his videos and he seems to watch quite a few of mine. So I just want to apologize that part of it's upside down, and I hope you enjoy it. Thank you. Good morning. It's the day before Thanksgiving. It's a beautiful Wednesday morning. You can see I have the combine mostly under a roof. I have two more sections of this Quonset hut or whatever you want to call it to put up, which would move it back 5 more feet longer. So when I get my skid loader going, I want to get those panels up. It's a lot better off sitting inside here than outside completely. And I can go see if I can get the Ford truck and get it in here under the roof for the winter. I just wanted to show you this on the Ford truck. You can still barely make out. If you didn't know him, you might not be able to make it out. But it says Alan Rudolph, Woodland, Wisconsin. That really probably should be cleared over to preserve it the way it is. But I try to keep it out of the sunshine. So I'm gonna try and get this inside under the roof now. As you can see, I have the truck inside next to the Massey Harris. I could have brought it in a little farther, quite a bit farther, but I didn't want to take any chance of the cab hitting the Quonset hut there and dinging up the roof of the cab. But I got the whole front half of the truck under the roof. The back has been out in the weather. Well, the whole thing originally was out in the weather, but the back, the weather won't hurt. So I think I'm gonna show you a little bit of my sawmill, especially for my friend out there in Idaho. I'm gonna call him my friend. He views quite a lot, and I think the sawmill might interest him a little bit. So here's my sawmill. I purchased it about a dozen years ago from the original owner who bought it new in 1977. It's a wood frame Meadows mill. It's all run by flat belts, which is kind of surprising to me for 1977. But it must have been a good mill, and they just kept building them the same. I guess you could buy the same mill with a steel frame, but at the time they built wood frame and steel frame. But this is the husk frame. I've had it covered with tarp, so you can see that was going to heck. I haven't looked at it in years. I'm gonna take the time now over the Thanksgiving weekend to get this covered up good again, because the husk frame is still in very usable condition. It doesn't really have, it has very, very little rot on it. And one giveaway that it looks to be older because it's wood frame, but there's the serial tag and it has a caution label on them. And I think the wood frame mills 100 years ago wouldn't have had a caution label like that on it. I set it up here like 8 years ago. I started to work on it, and then I got sidetracked like I always do. But I think I want to get back at it now because I have some logs I want to cut up, and I can use them for decking on trailers. And I got my Cat 60 running, so I think this is one of my this winter I think it'd be a good project, because it isn't that huge of a project to get this mill operating, which I would really enjoy. Now I'm going to go show you the carriage and some of the track and what I had started for repairing. And while I'm back here, here's my Massey Harris clipper self-propelled that I bought about a dozen years ago. You can see how long it's been sitting there by the tree that's grown up on the other side. I don't know if I'll ever get to this. You can still read Massey Harris up on the grain tank, but it is restorable. I may get to it someday. Now I'm going to get back to the sawmill. Now here's the carriage for the sawmill. See, I got that under the roof here. It's been under the roof since I put this Quonset head up. Oh, probably 6 to 8 years ago. And the section, there's 3 15 or 16 foot long sections of track. And this one's in good condition just the way it is, very usable. The carriage was usable too till my building blew down that it was under, and it broke This piece on this side is okay. The one that was on this side was okay. But it broke it when billing fell on it. So I was at making a new piece for this side to start out with. And like I say, moving stuff to get this combine in here may be just what I needed to kickstart me to get at this again, because I'd really like to have this running, because it'd just be fun, besides being able to cut planking for my trailer decks. So now I'm going to show you how far I got with making a piece to repair the carriage. Now, to repair that carriage, I needed a long straight timber, and I gave that thought as to where I'm going to get the right dimensions and a piece that's straight and that'll stay straight. And what I came up with is I laminated 3 2x4s together. 3.5 inches was the exact right width, but when you stacked them it was a little too much. So I ran them all through a planer, so I had a nice fresh plain surface for gluing, and I ran them through a planer so when they were stacked it gave the right dimension for the height of it, and I clamped them between 2 I-beams to glue them. So I did this probably 8 years ago, and I think it looks great. And as you can see, I started to do the milling on it, if that's what you call it, because an angle iron gets screwed along this corner edge of it, and I milled out one eye pocket, you know, you woodworkers will know what you call it, for fitting on, to fit on the cross members of the carriage, and I have a couple more pockets to mill out. So like I said, I think getting the combine in there and getting it uncovered might be just what I needed, because the sawmill is one of the things I wanted to work on this winter, and now I think I got to start at it. It's got me thinking very strongly about it. I want to get the 60 put away for winter and a few other things. Well, you can see I got a lot of cleaning up to do, but after a few other things put away and I get done hauling corn in December, then I think this is going to be my project to work on the sawmill. So just a little video, show you what I'm up to and what projects are to come, and thanks again for watching.